contest.
Squash XL Pro is an elite team that work hard to train, play and run squash events on our journey to climb the world rankings. Like, subscribe, comment, pick up some of our merch on Teespring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome for this, the women's final and the overall finals for the Placemakers Waikato Open 2021. As you can see on the court, we have Emma Miller and we have Kaitlyn Watts. Kaitlyn Watts in the black. She is the 4th seed for the tournament. And we have Emma Miller, their top seed, and Sean Wiggin. We're expecting a good final. Plenty of people here in the crowd today as well. Good warm atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely expecting a good final here today. Last time these two played, it went to 5, and Kaitlyn
controversial as well.
Yeah, will produce one of the biggest comebacks out there as well. So certainly will be a very good game to watch today.
And anybody watching around the country, let us know if you're watching or where you're watching from. It'd be great to hear from you. And you may have some thoughts on the men's final as well. And that is, of course, Evan Williams, the top seed, up against Tim Marchalisi. Nice shot there from Kaitlyn. So that men's final coming up at 2 p.m. Evan Williams against Tim Marchalisi. So let us know if you've got any thoughts on who might win that as well. And as we... Oh, gee.
That's definitely home advantage right there for Emma right there.
Yeah, this is of course her home court, the Hamilton Tennis Club, Tennis and Squash Club. A lot of people who have played in this tournament in all 8 divisions in the men's and 7 divisions in the women, over 150 entries, which is fantastic for the club.
And it's good to see a packed crowd as well. Pretty much all the seats are taken now, yeah. So if you don't...
There's a Division 1 final on the other court as well. A lot of people watching that too, so just out of reach. Not quite to the ball on that one. Probably need another half step to get there.
It'll be a very good game to watch here today. Both have very contrasting styles. Emma certainly loves to keep the rallies a bit short and sweet like that, while Kaitlyn, the complete opposite, will want to keep the rallies going as long as possible.
One just sort of came off on a bit of a crazy bounce on the spin of the racket. There you go. Traditional smile.
Bit of a double hit there. Both these two pretty honest on the court as well, so shouldn't be too many dramas on the court hopefully today.
And looking here, the interesting serving styles of both players as well. Miller tends to lob serve to the backhand of Kaitlyn Watts and do a lower serve to the forehand side, whereas Watts tends to just to do middle of the range kind of serve. It's not high, low, or anything like that.
Well, Emma knows how important a good serve can set you up. It's like that in any racket sport, you know, if you can set the serve can really set you up well if you...
What we're seeing here, Sean, is that Miller is using the cross-court shot quite a lot, or a variety of shots. It's not just one that Kaitlyn can pick, is it?
Yeah, can't give Emma too many of those opportunities today. Can't get her in a comfort zone. Needs to really keep the ball at the back of the court, avoid that front court as much as possible.
We haven't seen too many balls hitting the back wall, although there's one from the serve there. Because we knew from the last couple of days, if you hit the back wall, you could get a different type of bounce.
Behind the back from Kaitlyn there. Oh, very good racket skills right there.
So no player getting quite the lead just yet. Just change your pace.
Yeah. Emma had a good lead, 5-2, but now Kaitlyn's done well to come back in this game. Starting to get her rhythm going.
That's what we had just then with one of those balls hitting the back wall and fading pretty quickly.
Yeah, these courts tend to drop down pretty fast. I certainly felt that when I played on this court this week. If you can get good length to the back, it's very hard for your opponent to back it up on the next shot. That's a very well played shot there. Just the right length there.
And you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, Ashley Matthews, official photographer, or unofficial official photographer from the Waikato, from this club indeed. And
That's another well played shot there from Emma. Starting to hit those drives really well there.
Playing a lot of those shots with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, well, she's pushing Kaitlyn back and then looking to take that next ball on the rise, which is opening up that sort of low kill that she's done the last few times. So try to do it again with her both. That was a good pickup from Kaitlyn there. Good movement.
It's a good pickup, but I wasn't too sure if Miller put the ball in the right spot. She gave Watts just a little bit of a percentage to come back.
Important moments in this first game now, 8-9. And there's that shot again.
How would you describe that shot? It's not a slap, it's a stroke through?
Well, many will call that a very low kill, so it's a good shot just to catch out those players that maybe hang at the back a bit, but still quick enough to catch the opponent out. And Emma's been hitting that shot very well in this game so far. She gets 2 game balls.
She's controlling the rallies very well, as Emma Miller.
Oh, you jinxed it there. Bit of a loose one there.
Played the ball a little bit.
Yeah, close in that last one.
So feel free to come through, let us know where you're watching, any comments. Good play. And wraps up the first game as Emma Miller, 11-9. Just, I think, controlled that. You know, sure the score was close, but I think she controlled that whole game fairly well. Well, Sean Wigan, first game going to Emma Miller, 11-9, and as you were saying, she just played a couple of points better near the end of that game and was a little bit more controlling at times.
Yeah, well, she's mixing up the pace very well here, just knowing when to slow down, like bring out that very tight as this. This rally shows a few very tight shots here. Nothing I've noticed playing on this court this week is it when it catches the sidewall, it stays there, especially on the back end, it stays there pretty well, doesn't get too loose.
Just as you say the word loose, Emma comes up with a loose shot herself.
Yeah, she won't want to give too many of those away.
We know that Kaitlyn's a fighter. We know that she doesn't care about being back a whole lot of points.
Yeah, I've noticed this weekend Kaitlyn taking the short balls really early, whether it's going for a drop or for a straight drive. Notice her just taking that ball really early when she sees her opponent strike the ball.
I can see Kashif down there, and I know he's been doing a bit of work with Kaitlyn, although she's got a family of squash players, so she's got plenty of advice, no doubt, if she wants it.
Well played there from Emma, held the shot very well there.
It wasn't that Kaitlyn was in a bad position, it was just that it was a very good shot.
Yeah, just held the ball very well to set it up. Ooh, nice back ball both right there.
Yeah, well played. Nicely executed shot in good position, and they've used their backhand volley and hit it with a good angle.
Yeah, Kaitlyn has a few shots of her own as well, so don't be surprised to see more of that in this game. that low kill again. Was very effective in the first game.
Hugging that backhand ball. Interesting to see who's going to cross court first.
Yeah,
Not sure what she was trying to do there.
yeah, I think just got a bit one-footed there. Just got a bit close to that ball. Was probably expecting a much looser one there, but as I said, this court can really keep things very tight, so it's hard to find a loose one. Especially very tight to that wall again.
Now that's stayed in.
Oh, that's really nice from Emma there. So we're at 4-5 now.
Court coverage, reaction.
Gets herself back into the point there, Kaitlyn, very well.
We've been all over the court so far in this rally. What a burst that one was. I mean, it was from so far back in the court as well.
Yeah, she just placed it very well there. Didn't focus on trying to hit a winner there, just making sure she gets in the right position. Rushed on that occasion there from Emma. Won't want to give too many of those away now in this game. 6-5, Kaitlyn leads here in the second. Another nice rally down the backhand wall. Yeah, just scraped a bit out there from Kaitlyn.
I mean, you could see what she wanted to do. She was just trying to keep it just floating back, take a bit of pace off, lob it back, keep Emma Miller in the backhand corner. Just pushed it too far.
Important stages of the second game now. Another really nice lob. But what about that? Brings out the pull cold dive there. Does so well to get back into the rally.
And she's now well back in.
Now she goes onto the attack.
Oh,
That's incredible. And bring out the fist pump as well. Love it.
And the crowd appreciating that as well. The full-length dive, I think Paul Cole would like that one too.
And I like the fist pump at the end from Kaitlyn there. That shows the...
If you win that, you really deserve a fist bump, that's for sure.
That's well played. Yeah, just caught Kaitlyn the backswing there, so that's why it's a let. That wasn't an easy shot there.
Well executed and almost a fist bump from Emma Miller on a turn. And we're up to that vital point that we keep on saying.
Oh, and Emma gives away too easy there.
Yeah, the 15th point.
Yeah, had some very good points there. Don't want to give away a cheap point like that. He's done a few of those in this second game. Good hold. That's well played from Kaitlyn. Good hold there.
This second game has really seen both players step up with some of the rallies, particularly the last few. We've had the dive, we've had a couple of fist pumps, we've had a great angle there. That's what we want to see from both players and the crowd really enjoying it here.
Well, that's a good pick up from Kaitlyn there as well. Oh, there it is again. Oh, a bit loose here.
Now, the silence there. I think that's one of the things you've got to be careful. Don't stop the point
Yeah,
before you get the call. Don't assume is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's always tough in those sort of situations because the first thing the players will always think about is the safety of their opponent. They don't want to just get a free point from hitting them in the back.
But don't assume it. We've had a few of those in this tournament.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week regarding calls on the matches.
Just careful. Yeah. There's diving and there's diving, and that one's just going to hurt.
Yeah, you've got to be careful in that sort of situation. She still has one game ball to try and make it go to 1-1. Bit loose there.
Get into a bashing match.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great shot.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. He's fired up now.
Great to have the emotion coming through. You can see just totally focused there.
And
Well, we're back in for the third game, and it's one game apiece. And Sean Wigan, it's been a lot of fun. The crowd's got into it, and it was a big crowd.
Yeah, you've got to respect the crowd at the moment. It's easy for them just to support Emma, but at the same time, you know, they're appreciating what Kaitlyn's done here. A few really good.
Well, when you put in a couple of spectacular dives, one of them certainly coming off, that really helps. People love that.
Yeah.
And I think most people here would appreciate that. She's probably going to have a few bruises all over her body after this as well.
Well, if she wins, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just thinking how many bruises Paul Cole's had in his time.
Oh, that just looks painful, some of the things he does. He would have been proud of that dive. In a good position there.
But he won't be happy with those last 2 points. Some pretty easy mistakes there from both players.
Yeah. And again, if anybody's out there, let us know. Feel free to come through. And of course, we do have the men's final of this, the PLACEMAKERS WAIKATO Open, coming up from 2 p.m. And that features Evan Williams. He is the NZ champion up against Timwa Chalisi. Should be a very entertaining final as well.
Yeah, well,
let us know who's going to win that.
Yeah, I think the last time those two played, I think it went to 5 sets over at Henderson, so it'll certainly be a good battle to watch here as well.
I think the crowd is getting their money's worth. Not that they paid to come through, but that they're enjoying themselves. So we've had a few 10s already at this. The 3 points, I think all of them have had their 10s so far in this third game.
Yeah, I get a bit of a lucky bounce that time, Emma, but got to create your own luck as well.
So a little bit messy to start the third, particularly compared to the highlights of the second game in particular.
I guess for both players, they just want to get back to basics, get the rhythm going. See Kaitlyn starting to move Emma around here as well. Emma will know this is a very important game for her now. She probably wouldn't want to go down 2-1 against Kaitlyn, especially with the fight that she has. Gets a
the shrug of the shoulders there from Kaitlyn, the smile from Emma. One of those points, you'll take it if it goes your way.
Yeah, that wasn't home advantage on that occasion, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Can't use that as an excuse on that occasion. Oh, that's a good pickup.
That's a shot, isn't it? The temptation is to go straight down the backhand wall, But in many ways, if you know your player's coming back into the middle, cross-court's probably the better option.
And it was good that she held the ball, the racket as well, rather than just go for the cross-court straight away. Otherwise, Kaitlyn would have read it a bit earlier. So we're at 5-3 now. And that's a bad 10 there for Kaitlyn. She doesn't give too many points away, but that could be
that's a vital one.
Vital one. Good hold there from Kaitlyn. Oh, there's a reverse both. First one in a while. And then there's a loose.
So we okay on a let, or would you have been tempted for a stroke on that?
Yeah, it's a tough one because it was a bit of a loose one from Emma on that occasion. I feel like you could argue that Kaitlyn could have maybe played it straight, but you got given the whole front rule as well. So I'll probably go for a stroke on that occasion.
I think she was very lucky. Oh, nice play. Good measured shot. Understood where her opponent was.
But one thing that Kaitlyn does very well is she moves on straight away, even if a call doesn't go her way. We saw that in the second game as well. I think she got a bit of a questionable no-let earlier on as well, but you know, she knew how important that moment was, moved on and went on to secure the second.
Nice play again.
And you see here,
mini comeback.
She's put in 2 very good points as well. As you get the crowd starting to get a bit of a voice as well, going for Emma.
They were in very good voice last night. The referees having to tell them to be quiet a little bit. Oh, she knows she could have taken or should have taken an extra step there rather than one giant stride.
Yeah, and probably could have maybe pushed one deep as well. Emma was sort of running forward already, expecting the drop on that occasion. Oh, that's a good hold. There's a dive again.
It goes there. She's diddling out.
Oh, no way! No way! That's a second backwall nick this game. And Emma just can't believe it.
All the time. And, what do you do if you're Emma Miller on that occasion? You get your opponent diving and getting back into the rally, and then you get the dud ball.
That's just great squash from both players. Great to watch. Let's see how she can handle this point.
The crowd loved that again. And I think anybody watching would love it too. Maybe not Emma Miller.
Oh, she definitely needed that one. Yeah, Emma will be relieved there. Kaitlyn's been on a bit of a roll in the last few points here, so we'll be happy she got a 10 there. And that's a very nice shot there from Emma again.
Oh, good reaction, shot off her toes.
Oh, that's a good lob there. Again, Kaitlyn chasing every single ball here. Oh, that's a great
I think that was just one shot too many.
Yeah, but again, great racket skills here from Emma. Just held the ball really well there. Caught Kaitlyn a bit off guard. And then faked the cross court to go straight in the end. So 9-6 now.
Nice.
That kill again was very effective in the first game.
Yeah, it hadn't been quite as prevalent in the this the third. But that one's a nice one to take it to game point.
And saw a bit of a good fist pump there from Emma. Knew how important this game is.
Oh. And one back on the angle from the backhand. Nice.
Yeah, Emma giving a round of applause to herself as well.
It's all set up. The play, you can hear the crowd there behind their player. As Emma Miller now goes up by 2-1. And this the PLACEMAKERS Waikato Open. Well, we've had an impromptu survey of who should win the match from now, and the consensus is that we don't know. As Emma Miller is up by 2 games to 1, Sean Wigan. We are predicting 5, are you? You think you might go to 5? We won't hold you to it, but...
Yeah, well, last time they went to 5. One thing you always know of Kaitlyn is she will fight till the last point. We saw that at Royal Oak when she was 2-1 and how far down the 4th was she?
Yeah, it's a very unscientific survey that we've done that we really don't know. And stays in.
That's well played from Kaitlyn there as well. It'll be very interesting to see how Emma goes in this game, whether she just takes it a little bit easier just to get herself mentally ready for the 5th, or whether she goes all out in this 4th here, as she starting to walk a bit funny though, bit of a worrying sign.
And so far the bumps and bruises from diving, I think on 3 occasions, 2 of them successful for Kaitlyn Watts, and no ill effects as yet. It's better depth.
That's a really well played shot from Kaitlyn, didn't overhit the ball either. Just placed the ball very nicely close to the wall and then set up that very loose ball from Emma to put the cross court away. So we're at 3-1 now.
Well, she had the same lead in the previous game. Let's see, here's the high lob serve. Oh, that's nice. Picked off her body, almost just prodded through. And nice play from...
That's a nice reactions there from Emma.
Yeah.
See a lot of that now these days, a few trying to go down the middle with the serve. Joe Smythe tried that once in my game and I read it perfectly, so it felt pretty good.
Well, it works a lot more if you're playing against the left-hander as well, because of the change of sides. Emma Miller just...
She looked like she had given up that point.
It went straight back to her forehand too. I think Kaitlyn was surprised and happy that she managed to get that error.
Yeah, she'll be very relieved there. She'll have just put in a simple drop there to put the ball away. Emma had given up there.
Oh, that's a couple of bad errors and a decent lead now.
Yeah, you can tell Emma maybe just taking things a little bit easier in this 4th game. Knows how important the 5th is going to be. But who needs to go into 5th if you just keep doing shots like that?
Well, a little bit surprised about that particular shot actually. Just, about both shots. That's better.
Yeah, Kaitlyn's done well in this game to move Emma around.
And don't forget we do have the men's final coming up after this. And it will feature Evan Williams, the top seed, top 100 player, up against Tara Chalisi. So I'm not sure what's going on with Emma here. She letting this one go.
A few very quick points here, just to reassure.
You don't want to do this. You don't want to just think, oh, I'll come back stronger in the 5th, because you may not.
Yeah, well, especially
you've given all the momentum to your opponent.
Well, especially when Kaitlyn will always fight for every point. You want to make things hard for them, just to make sure you are still
just
making it hard for them.
And there we go. We're into 5. Well, you predicted 5. It was a quick prediction, and well done on that, Sean Wigan. We are coming back in just a moment for the 5th. Just about to start the 5th game in the PLACEMAKERS Waikato Open final. The women's final. There's the top seed Emma Miller from her local club here, up against Kaitlyn Watts. And feel free to put through a comment or a like, or
maybe a few from Palmerston North, of course.
Yeah, could be a few people there.
Maybe, of course, Kaitlyn's town. Why not show your support for her as they go to 5 sets here?
And from Lane Shepherd, comment there. You can feel free to make a comment about the form of players and how they're playing, and if you agree with the comment which Lane Shepherd has put up. Off the wall there. It's
So there'll be a few very important rallies here early for both players. Want to get some momentum early. As the referees remind the crowd to be quiet.
Yeah, feel free. We appreciate all comments, and got a lot of noise here from the crowd, but that's great. Just hard for the players to hear the score.
And, oh, that's really well reached there from Emma.
That'll be well received by the crowd, and it is. And we get Christopher Watts coming through. Wonder if that's a relative, Christopher. Well, Kaitlyn is your favourite child. Yes, it is. Of course, it's a relative. Favourite child? I wonder if there's any other Watts out there who may dispute that.
It was a family
Big
of seven.
family.
Yeah, very big family that is. It was a very close call there. Emma questioning the decision there.
I think we're getting the whole Watts family coming through. Yep, Wendy's watching. And Christopher's making comments. Great to have. Almost a bit of a shank or a miss time there on that shot.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving too many 3 points like that away, especially earlier on in this game. So we're at 3-2 now to Kaitlyn, and there's that kill again.
There's one back.
Yep. So we're at 3-all. That's a really well played there from Emma. Nice drive down the wall.
Really punched that one through, and the pace of it just going past the racket of Kaitlyn Watts. Got any more Watts family people coming through, I wonder? I'm sure there's a few more.
Yeah, don't want to give those cheap points away at these crucial times.
And remember, folks, the men's final coming up after this match as well. Change of pace of the ball there from Emma Miller. That's what she can do here using the backhand wall. Wait for it.
And there's another big call there from the referees.
So they really want the players to have a go. What do you reckon about the safety on that one?
Yeah, that one's a little bit trickier. Emma did do fairly well to get out of the way on that occasion. But there were certainly a few around the crowd wondering that was the right decision.
Oh, here we go. Joseph Watts coming through, debatable. And he's not talking about the call. I think he's talking about whether Kaitlyn is the favourite child or not.
Well, could be about both.
Well, Joseph's career. Joseph, guess what? Kaitlyn's won one challenger. I don't know. Did you win a PSA challenger, Joseph? Ooh. It's going to be harsh.
Oh, there's definitely going
Joseph's
to
a
be.
good player, but I just don't know about that challenger title.
There's definitely going to be a lot of chat about that now.
Yeah, I think I just said it where it hurts.
So we're at 7-5 now. Very crucial stage here as Kaitlyn looks to get a bit of a lead here.
I'm not sure if Emma's gone a little bit flat. She certainly did in the fourth, the fifth. She's had a couple of good shots.
Well, she'll really need this point. She won't want to let Kaitlyn get away. well play from Kaitlyn there, moving Emma around. Emma starting to feel her body a bit there.
Well, she's now got that 3-point buffer. 3 points the difference, and 3 points away from a win.
Yeah, that's a real constructive point there from Kaitlyn. Also getting Emma to move around a bit, so it's not just a good point because she won it, but just good because she's making Emma have to work for the ball, and that's what a tough rally that creates.
Well, she's got to love this. Kaitlyn Watts can take it out, because that'll be 2 wins in 5 games in the finals of PSA Challenges.
And it'll be a great confidence booster for her as well. Of course, she's just come back after a year off as well. So she's done very well to come back with this sort of form, and of course got some big tournaments coming up after as well. Get to play some Aussies at the Auckland Open in about a month's time as well, so that will certainly be really good for her. So we've got championship point here now, 10-6.
Nice answer on championship point.
Well, she gets one back, but what can she do with the other 3?
Yeah, great response. Sounded like a solid hit to the ground.
But Kaitlyn concedes as well. Good honesty there from her as well.
Yeah.
Could have easily taken the point there. So Kaitlyn called it down, if you're wondering what happened there. So she conceded straight away. So good honesty there from Kaitlyn. We're still at championship point now, 8-10.
Had the ball bounce first. It was probably the only question for me.
Yeah, I don't think it was a double bounce.
And, well, there you go. It's always a little bit unfortunate to finish on a questionable call.
Yeah, certainly a few people again have had their say. You could argue both players have had a few calls go against them, so that one certainly was a very interesting decision on that one. But
I thought the ball was very close to bouncing twice already before Emma may have got there.
Well, the important thing about that is you can't necessarily just focus on whether it's a winner. That's actually not what the decision needs to be based on. It's how either interference has been caused by the opponent trying to move away, and if there has been, then you have to give a lead, and depending on the situation, you could even give a stroke as well. So it doesn't necessarily matter if it's a winner or not.